Hi everybody! Welcome back to Book Club. Today we are going back over ACOTAR, just the first one, A Court of Thorns and Roses, and it's a very special video today.
It's this is Brian, this is my husband.
Hello.
And we got Dylan, this is Carrie's boyfriend. They read ACOTAR, and whether they'll admit it or not, they liked it. So we're going to discuss it.
It's going to be really fun, but as always, if you haven't read ACOTAR, there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this. But if you don't mind spoilers, we're going to be going over all the major plot points, so you can watch along anyways. But that being said...
Welcome to Book Club!
Hey, what's up?
Ready for Book Club?
I am obsessed.
This is the worst.
What do you mean?
What? No, idiot.
Welcome to Book Club. Welcome to Book Club.
All right, everybody. We're very excited about this today because everybody loves when boyfriends read ACOTAR. Yeah. It's really fun and really hilarious, and they never fully get it, but that's okay because they're trying their best.
I understood everything.
Whatever.
Well, did you understand it to the right extent?
No.
Did you understand it in the right way?
Probably not.
I understand that there was a lot of growling.
But let's just
and
start.
stirring.
Let's just start with a little synopsis.
Probably the funniest review. It's a GoodReads review, and it's probably the funniest review I've personally ever seen
in existence.
I wish I could tell you who wrote it. I can't. It doesn't have their username.
Is this just on Reddit?
Yeah, I couldn't find the actual review on GoodReads.
Oh, okay.
So I had to search for it. Okay. It literally went viral. It says, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. It says, an illiterate 19-year-old straight up kills a guy and is outraged when there are consequences. Her punishment is living in a mansion with a hot mayor and hanging out with his friend, the nicest guy in the world and the only character I care about in this series. There's a tragic turn of events for Feyre as it separates her from her life as an indentured servant to her shitty family, who's going to take care of her deadbeat dad, her personality-proof younger sister, older sister, and Nesta, Satan's apprentice. One day, a generically handsome man appears, and all of Book Talk developed a bat fetish overnight. Some stuff happens, and Feyre ends up in the Tri-Wizard tournament from hell, where she has to outsmart a worm. Feyre struggles, but eventually triumphs due to severe interference from outside sources. This goes on for 5 books. The fan base for this series is the size of a large-ish army, and if you say something negative about Cassian, they will hunt you down and ruin your life. And honestly, good for them. Thoughts? Is that accurate?
I think that's probably the best book that's been ever written by an illiterate person.
He literally said...
Wait, what?
He was reading it, and he's like, this is from Feyre's point of view, but she can't read or write.
It's a good book, but she can't read or write, so, riddle me that.
Okay.
Riddle me that, Sarah.
Okay, let's start with the very beginning. So originally when I first read this book, I didn't give a shit about anything happening until she got to Tamlin's mansion.
Oh yeah, Brian was like,
That hunting scene was top tier. To me, that's probably my favorite part of the book.
Yeah, I like the build-up. The build-up was nice.
The hunting?
Yeah,
that was
the hunt
cool.
was sick.
I sped through that shit. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
I was like, where are the fairies?
It
Where
reminded
are
me
the
of the
boys?
beginning of Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Well, Hunger Games is sad.
And stressful.
And okay.
So, okay, that's fine if y'all like that part. It's a canon event, so we're going to let you have that.
This reminded me of Vampire Diaries.
That's
you watched
super
Vampire
fair.
Diaries?
I don't think I've ever watched Vampire Diaries.
I was younger.
Alright.
Whatever.
But I did. And it does remind me of that.
Dylan won't admit it, but he's a romantic.
No, I just thought the lead of Vampire Diaries was hot.
Oh, bullshit.
The boy?
No, the girl!
Oh. Which girl?
Nina Dobrev.
Oh,
Which,
yeah,
like,
she
yeah.
was hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a huntress and her family's primary source of survival, 19-year-old Feyre stalks in the bleak woods a little farther from home than usual. Her family was once very wealthy, and now they live in poverty. She basically is going to try to kill a deer, and she sees a big, giant, scary wolf, and she's like, that might be a fairy, and I hate fairies, and I've been raised to hate fairies, and so I have this ash arrow that's supposed to kill fairies, and if that wolf is a fairy, it's dead. So she shoots the fairy wolf thing.
Did you guys, when you were reading I'm just curious if I'm an idiot. When you're reading about like ash,
Yes.
what you thinking?
Like tree, like a tree bark?
Yeah.
Baseball bat.
What?
A lot of baseball bats are made out of ash. That's the only thing I was thinking of. Yeah.
So y'all were
Ash
imagining wood, yeah.
Yeah.
Ashwood. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
What were you
Wait.
imagining?
She was thinking like ashes from a fucking fire.
No, bitch, I was not.
What were you thinking?
I was just thinking metal.
What?
Metal arrows.
I don't know. When
Metal ash.
brother, was Katniss Everdeen fucking shooting a wood? How is an arrow wood? How is it wood?
That's like OG arrows.
Yeah, how else were they making them?
Metal.
Metal wasn't always around.
The stick is.
Metal wasn't always around.
wood. Where? Why?
I don't
What do you
think
mean? Why? It wasn't invented.
Invented?
Metal's not an invention.
It's an element.
It's an element.
Oh well.
Yeah,
I'm
but they have to
stupid.
like melt everything together.
I think
after
everyone
finding it.
in this room is
I
Yeah.
think the Indians use wooden shit.
Yeah.
I don't think they
No,
use
they
metal
use
tools.
arrowheads.
These
Out of rocks.
Rocks.
Rocks
Yeah,
and
that's what I
wood.
was imagining.
And feathers for the quilt.
They had feathers and rocks and wood.
Still not metal.
Okay,
Okay,
back.
well, I was just wondering if I was an idiot. I guess so, because I was imagining just like an arrowhead.
Well,
Just an arrowhead.
fair enough.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sure.
basically what happens is she lives with her family. She's the youngest of 3. Her dad's deadbeat loser, and her sisters are assholes, specifically Nesta.
Nesta's, as the review said, Satan's apprentice.
Yes, and they basically make their 19-year-old youngest sister go out and hunt for food for them because they're starving and dying. And one day she like kills this wolf thing. Turns out kills a fairy. Then we have a beast fairy man bursting into her house, threatening, saying, "Hey, you killed a fairy unprovoked. Now you have to come live with me in the fairy realm for the rest of your days because it's a treaty and you have to do it." And his family, her family, is just like, "Don't ever come back, I guess."
They didn't say it like that.
The dad was like, "Don't ever come back
No.
here. You're too good for this world."
She was definitely not appreciated in her family.
Yeah.
She was like underappreciated.
How do you
and
feel
mistreated.
about her
So
having
honestly,
to
good
do
for her.
everything? Yeah, that's what I'm
she
saying.
was underappreciated. It was good. Yeah.
When I first read this, I remember being so pissed that Nesta was so grumpy at Tamlin's manor because I was like, dude, your family...
Feyre.
Oh, yeah, whatever. What did I say?
Nesta.
Whatever. Feyre.
Close.
I was like, dude, your family hates you. Like, your
She's
sister...
like, oh, I need to get back.
No,
bitch."
you don't. They actually hate
No.
you.
Okay. Yeah. They're underappreciative, but I understand family ties.
Hell no. Couldn't be me.
It's the white
Leave him in
speaking.
the dust. Leave him in the dust.
I'm glad they elaborated on how they went poor because that was in my head for like 4 chapters or 5 chapters until they finally said how.
Yeah, he had some debt problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a terrible businessman.
He got his
Yeah.
shit rocked is what he got.
Yeah, he did.
Who just sends boats just into the water?
Daddy Archeron didn't know what he was doing.
Well,
at
what were they
all.
shipping? Was it like...
Like jewels and money and gold.
Who
and,
sends out money? Keep it.
A trade?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I understood. They were trading across like whatever
Yeah.
that other... Do the other books elaborate on the other worlds? Across
No.
like the ocean?
No.
It does. No, it does.
Well,
it does
other
once you
than
get to
the fairy
ACOTAR.
realms.
It talks about the continent, which
Okay.
has a lot of other.
So I'm
shit
guessing
on it.
that's where the trade was going.
Yeah.
I do like the
Okay.
map in
The-
front of
yeah,
the book.
y'all like the
map
map.
goes
I
crazy.
haven't looked at that since I opened the book.
Well, look at it.
Really?
Yeah, no,
You
I really
didn't. You
haven't.
dent have to flip back and like look at things to see
No,
locations.
I didn't. I just kept reading.
I'm not gonna lie.
He-
The location of the village, very stupid spot to put a town.
No, this was all
Wait,
human.
they were
realm.
trading with Highburn, right?
No, Highburn is where Amarantha was from. They did. Highburn doesn't have any human.
Oh, so then it was with the fairy realms that they
Yeah,
were
so
trading?
if you look
No,
down
there's
here,
a different continent.
this is mortal.
This is the wall.
Oh, they're trying to trade right here?
Yes, way
Yeah.
way at the
Oh,
bottom.
shit,
Over
okay.
here,
I
where
see.
there's, like,
That looks like Africa. Just the mountains
Cool.
in the fairy realms.
That's a really good
mean-
observation.
yeah, I guess.
Okay, so next plot point.
Yeah, why didn't they build her village down here? Oops, I moved the mic. Why did they move her village right here?
Because this is all human land.
Yeah, but it's so close to the wall. Put it here at the bottom.
Well,
No,
at
that's
one
still
point,
a 2-day trip.
So at one point
We'll
there
make it
also
like a
wasn't
week.
the wall.
Yeah.
The wall was like a newer. Like
Take
a-
the village and move it.
You can
Yeah.
take a whole ass village, Dylan. You just pick up the whole fucking
Teamwork.
thing.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Put it on
Pick
your
up the
back.
village.
Yeah,
Move it 500 miles.
Teamwork.
Okay, so the next plot point is Feyre ends up in Spring Court at Tamlin's Manor. Okay, he's the High Lord of the Spring Court, and with his emissary.
I was saying emissary.
It's emissary.
Okay, emissary Lucien, who is like little smartass Lucien. Love him. He's great.
He was cool. I like
And
him.
Tamlin is giving off grumpy vibes. He's like, I guess I'm gonna try to fucking compliment you. Your hair looks clean, you filthy pig. And
Riz.
and basically the whole time Feyre's like, I gotta get out of here stealing kitchen knives. What were y'all's thoughts on Tamlin and Lucien and like the manor of Spring Court itself?
I think Lucien was like the ultimate wingman. I got those vibes from the beginning.
Yeah.
But then again, I also felt like he might do his best friend dirty.
Really?
What?
I was expecting him to do his best friend dirty.
You thought he was gonna try to get with Feyre?
Yeah.
Dude,
I thought
Tamlin
someone
would have
was
killed
gonna
him.
go
Lucien would have died.
Yeah. I wanted her to pick Lucien from the
Oh
start.
my god, I wanted her to fuck Lucian so
down.
bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I remember my original note reading these was I remember thinking, why are you going for Tamlin? Lucien's right there.
See, I thought in the beginning maybe she would start liking him, and then Tamlin would be like, yo, dog, mine.
Yeah? Yeah?
But then Batboy came in.
I
You know?
guess you guys have to read ACOMAF.
Yeah, we can't
We
get
do?
it, but not. Yes, you're going to have to.
Okay.
Yeah, if this is a fun episode for y'all, then make sure that you let us know and like and share and watch it multiple millions of times, and we'll do another one.
We'll make them read.
We'll make them do
Court of
another one.
Mist
Is
and
Lucien
Fury.
going to get with one of her sisters?
Don't even worry about
No,
that
don't
yet
worry
because we're
about
talking
it.
about Feyre.
Yeah.
We're
Okay,
terrible liars.
so-
I think that's what happens.
So,
I wish.
basically, most of this book, the first part of this book especially, is Tamlin and Feyre sort of kind of falling in love. How are we feeling about that? Including the events of Fire Night and the solstice party.
What's the vibes? How
What
are
were the
we
vibes?
feeling?
Were y'all feeling like it was like a good...
I think it went from, I don't like you, but then I saw your rock hard abs. Then I saw your calves hardened.
Where did you think the shift was, really?
When he came back injured.
And she had to fix his hand?
Yeah, and then she went, wow, muscles.
Was that before or after the gallery?
Before. And
That
then
was-
after that, he was...
That's
And after that...
after he killed the bog thingy.
Yeah.
Bog?
Okay.
Boggy?
After
The
that,
boogeyman.
after that, he was like, oh, she was like a lot more willing to be like, to get a tour of the place. And she was like, I like to paint. And he was like, shit, dog, okay. And
I like that part, the gallery. That was
Yeah.
cool.
I feel
felt
like she saw his
that
muscles.
was kind of when they started to click.
What'd you think about whenever she was like showing him all the paintings, and there was that one of her fucking the human man.
Wait, they were banging?
No, the human man.
No, I know that, but
Wait,
the painting was of them banging?
It was like of them making love, I guess.
I didn't get that.
I did not realize she was painting that. I thought she just painted the
I
guy.
think, no, it was like the back of his head, and like you could see her hair, and then her hands were like in his
I missed
hair.
that completely.
I missed that
painting.
too.
That's weird.
Why is she painting that in another man's house?
She lives there now. What else?
So she painted. That wasn't in the gallery.
She painted.
That being
so,
the guy. Tamlin already had a
so
painting
there's two
of her
rooms.
with another
There's
man.
2 rooms. There's the gallery with all the like it's like the showroom, and
Yeah.
then there's the room that Tamlin gave her with canvases so she could paint.
Okay, right. Yeah, I got that part.
Yeah,
I
and,
didn't.
and that was when she painted like the birch woods and whatever, and he was like, "I want that one," and she was like, "Why the fuck do you want that one? It's cold and sad," and he was like, "Cause it makes me feel like I'm not alone."
All right. If you get an option of like a few paintings, and one of them is like you clearly being a dog, and then the other one is like he's beating the brakes out of her in one of the paintings. Is he not?
No. The painting is of her and her old dude from the village, Isaac or whatever his name
Yeah.
was.
Oh, so it wasn't him. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have picked that one either.
That's not a question.
I mean, like.
Okay. How do y'all feel about Fire Night when Tamlin?
Yeah, specifically, that's what we wanted you guys to talk about.
Let's
The
lead up to
fucking
that.
Fire Night.
So Tamlin says there's like a celebration happening, It's how they put magic back into the earth at the spring solstice or whatever. And both Tamlin and Lucian say, hey, go in your room, lock the door, don't come out. And she is drawn by this drumming sound in the middle of Fire Night. And so
she would be
goes,
the first person to die in a horror
So she
movie.
goes out anyway.
100%.
She goes out to Fire Night anyways and gets cornered by creepy ferrymen. And then she gets saved by a mysterious shadow man.
The most beautiful
Wait,
man
was that
I've ever
Rhys?
seen.
Mm-hmm.
That was okay. At least I thought. Okay, I picked up on that. Sick. I'm glad. I'm there. I'm
Honey,
there.
they talked about it like the whole last 20 pages,
Yeah.
40 pages. She
I'm
was
glad
like,
Hey,
I
he's
caught
there.
it.
He's just...
That's all I'm saying.
you came to Calamai.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how did y'all feel about that interaction when those men were like, "I'm gonna kick you in the woods and attack you"?
I mean, I didn't feel great about it.
No, I know, but then when the Shadow Man shows up, what did you think in that moment? What do you think was happening?
I laughed more at the writing.
Like what?
I turned, and there
I
he was.
turned, oh.
And there he was, the most beautiful man I'd ever seen.
Clearly, you've never seen the most beautiful man.
Yeah,
I gotta show you some fan art.
Oh God, I don't think I want to see that.
I'm all right. Yeah.
Oh, no, too
Amen.
bad. That's going to be a part of
No.
that's what we're going to end this with. Is we're going to
As soon as she stepped out of the house, I was kind of just thinking she deserved whatever was coming her way. Like, granted, if I went from poor to fucking super rich, I would stay in that mansion. Especially if there's monsters outside, like, trying to come get you.
That's fair.
That's
She had no business doing that. So, like, I'm like, okay,
I would also stay in the house and paint.
100%. Yeah.
Nah.
You guys don't like being...
Time out. You're saying that you would go out to the freaking party.
If only
Yes.
Rhys was there, yeah.
You
I'd
don't
go.
know that though.
Yes. No, but the thing is,
All you-
no, but here's
This
the
is
thing.
a
It doesn't
person
matter
that
because
says
also-
anytime there's like an apocalypse or something, her instinct is to just kill herself.
Yeah, but they're
So
fey.
why would you go out?
They're fey.
So they can't die.
But
She's
she
not-
can,
Okay, no, but they're fey. Like, if
and they want to kill her.
Yeah.
But what if one wants to maybe kiss on her a little?
She has that at home.
She could have
Yeah,
just waited
but
for him to
he's
come
gone.
home
He's gone. And
for
he's-
a night.
and
I'm
he's
a little
lady.
worried.
Oh my God, right.
Things
And so
down
he-
a little.
And so he comes back, and then he's got other fairy pussy on his lips.
No, but
She
we're not
doesn't
there
know
yet.
all of this
We're
yet.
not there yet.
I'm going to find him and be...
No, she wants.
What?
She doesn't even know what's happening yet. She doesn't know that that's happening.
Yeah, she's just being
that's true.
nosy.
So she,
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's because she's being drawn there, and she's like, I have to see this.
No, she's
and
being
so
nosy.
she goes out there.
She's not being drawn there.
No, she
She's not being like
is.
brainwashed over there.
No, she
Yeah.
is.
No, she is
There's
being
something
drawn.
tugging her. She
No.
has to go.
Yeah, her nosiness.
That was
Okay,
like
fine. They're not
yeah.
going to get
crazy girlfriend instinct. Like, I'm gonna go see what the fuck he's doing.
Okay, yeah. So she goes, and then there's like all these things, and Lucian's like, "What the heck are you doing here?" Because Rhys has come to save her, and then he's like, "Well, what you gonna do now?" And she was like, "I don't know." And so she runs away from him, which was a bad move. And then Lucian's like, "What the heck is wrong with you?" Takes and like, "Tamlin's gonna smell you." And so she takes her home, locks her up. So she sits in her room till 2 a.m. and she's like, "Shit, dog, I'm hungry." Goes out, and then Tamlin shows up,
Just hung over.
all painted and paint smeared, and he's been getting up in that mountain, up in that girl.
Up in that mountain.
and
okay.
and then he pins her to the wall and bites her neck and says, "Don't ever disobey me again." And she goes,
She stirs.
I wonder if that's the same paint that whatever that Rhys used whenever they were under the mountain.
"Could be."
I don't know. I feel like that's some magic shit. It reminded me of there used to be pens that you would like write on things and it was like invisible ink and then you shine the light on it and you could see it.
Yeah.
That's what I pictured. Yeah. I was like, only fairies
He's
can
got a
see this
magic
shit.
marker.
You're getting lathered on with invisible ink and then like only the fairies can see it.
But she could see it.
Yeah, she could see it.
Oh, well, yeah, clearly. But
She's not fey.
that's what went through my mind.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah, fair. Also, what did we think about the cryptic when she caught the Suriel? Did you think that was impressive? And then she got attacked by the Naga?
She was giving Katniss Everdeen vibes
Yeah,
from
that
the
was cool.
beginning.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I think that was a cool interaction. I would like to see at least a picture of what he looked like.
Well, we
The
had that.
Suriel?
We had that.
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah.
ugly?
I mean, yeah.
He's pretty
Yeah.
scary, yeah.
He's pretty scary.
I imagine.
But
some,
he's
like,
got the-
grouchy old fucking
He knows the drama and the tea. He knows
spider
everything.
looking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do the Naga look like? I
I'm
picture
picturing-
little goblins.
Really? I'm picturing like almost like black Slenderman.
Black slender.
No, I just picture like I don't know why I picture like tiny little goblins, just like 4 of them, just being like.
They're not gonna. They messed her up.
Okay.
How was a tiny little goblin gonna do?
I don't
say,
know.
hey.
4 angry midgets can go a long way.
Oh my God, Brian, you're gonna get canceled on the internet.
I mean, I think that's not far from the truth.
Okay, what's next? So whatever. Then they are kind of being flirty. They do the painting stuff, and they fall in love. And then there's the solstice party where she finally drinks the fairy wine, and she starts dancing, and Tamlin's playing the fiddle.
This is what gets the girlfriends going, huh?
Yeah, I guess you should start picking up the fiddle.
Don't pick up the fiddle. No.
I just enjoyed the writing specifically for women in this.
Like what exactly?
If I remember correctly, it's he played the fiddle. His fingers were fast and hard.
Well,
Just strumming.
yeah. You ever heard "The Devil Went Down to Georgia"?
That's Guitar Hero. Legends of
Banger.
Rock.
Banger.
100%. Banger. Shit was so hard.
Like his fingers.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, so then Feyre's dancing at the solstice, and he's playing his fiddle, and he takes her, and then they're macking out on a mountain, and watching the sunrise, and they fall in love, and then lo and behold, Rhys shows up at the manor.
How do we
And
feel about that?
How do we feel about that when he shows up and they try to glamour Feyre so that they can't see her, like Lucien and Tamlin do that, and then he like senses that she's there,
Rhys is kind of a baller. He said,
and he was like, "How
do whatever
dare
I
you?"
want.
Yeah. What were y'all thoughts on Rhys at this point in time when you found out he was High Lord of the Night Court?
I mean,
Yeah.
I could kind of tell that from when he showed up.
Yeah.
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 I figured he was gonna what?
You figured he was High Lord of the Night.
No. I said I figured he was gonna pick up on her because he had already met her once, and I'm over here thinking like dog instincts to where like they smell
Dog
something once.
He got
and they-
that dog in
Yeah.
him.
That dog.
They smell something once and then they can track him down. So like regardless of what was happening, he was probably still gonna be able to smell her.
Yeah, and so then she gets unglamored, and he gets all up in her mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thoughts on him? Did y'all like him? Did you like his vibes?
What did we think of the interaction between him and Tamlin when he made Tamlin bow?
And Lucien bow
And Lucy.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
for Tamlin.
fuck that.
Were y'all like rooting
Yeah.
for Tamlin at this point?
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't rooting for anyone. I was just like, damn, that's tough.
Like embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm like your girl
Yeah.
watching you kneel to another man. That's tough.
Yeah, but like he also.
What else would he do? What
Yeah,
else
he
was
thinks
gonna do?
that-
Well, no,
Rhys
I
is
know,
gonna
no, I
go
know that.
tell.
I'm not saying like he shouldn't have done that. I'm just saying that's tough.
Yeah,
'Cause
the
he
guy in
thinks-
that position was gonna have to do it, but Rhys having to do that when really he's just, I guess, the whore of Amarantha, which I'm not exactly sure what that means. Does
That
she
means
just-
that he fucks her every
Very
night.
literal.
Oh wow, yeah.
Very
She,
literal.
so like he
that
probably
was touched
wanted
upon
to.
in the last part where he was like, "I have to bed her."
Oh, that's what that meant.
What's Amarantha look like? She bad?
We'll show you the fan art. We'll show you the fan art.
Is she bad?
We'll
She's
show you the fan
Feyre, even Feyre is like, she's like
not as
kind
pretty
of.
as I
I
expected.
got like granny
Yeah.
vibes from her.
Granny.
Nah, she's
yeah,
like, a.
older.
She's
woman.
like.
Yeah, probably like I would imagine she looks like in her 30s.
in her 30s, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
not
fine.
old.
That's
not
passable.
old. Yeah.
But even
Is
Feyre.
she like a bad 30 though?
Listen, we'll show you.
I'll show you fan art.
even Feyre was like, she could be prettier, I guess. Like she's kind of ugly.
Nah, that's girls hating on girls.
That is true. That's gonna happen, even in a book.
They just declared Feyre not a girl's girl.
Feyre is the most girl's girl. Amarantha is not a girl's girl.
Yeah.
Oh, how did y'all feel about
No,
the
no.
fake-
Technically, Amarantha is the girliest of girls because she was trying to help her sister. You know, she's doing all this for her sister.
No, she's doing all this out of hate.
Feyre would be the girl to be more friends with boys than girls.
Not Feyre being
No.
a pick-me.
Bro, this girl is like Katniss Everdeen, tomboy, goes out fucking shooting
She is
wolves
not a
and shit.
tomboy.
I get tomboy vibes from her. She might be pretty, but
No, she's
if
not.
she's over there
when you're imagining
slinging arrows,
Yeah, what are y'all
what are
imagining
y'all
her
imagining
looking
them
like?
looking like?
Like, do you have like a celebrity in mind, like a fan cast or something?
Katniss and Jim
I had
Lawrence.
Katniss and the girl, I think it's from the Maze Runner, the blonde girl from the Maze Runner.
There's no blonde girl. in
No,
this,
what
right?
movie am I
I think
thinking
I know
of?
who you're talking about,
Divergent,
though.
maybe?
Oh, Triss from
Yes,
Divergent.
yes, that's what it is.
Oh,
That's like
oh.
the two that I'm thinking of.
Shailene Woodley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think-
Shailene Woodley mixed with
Katniss.
what's her name?
With
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer
Yeah,
Lawrence.
Jennifer
For
Lawrence.
Lawrence. Yeah.
Interesting.
I picture what's that girl's name? I forgot her name.
That's really helpful.
Do you know what she's in?
Her last name's Daddario. Alexandria Daddario.
What's she from? Where was
I
she
don't know
from?
who that is.
She's in a lot of movies. She did a movie with she's in Baywatch with Zac Efron.
Baywatch.
Oh, I've not seen Baywatch. So.
Me neither.
Oh,
Oh,
we
I
gotta
think I
pull the
did
picture of her
actually.
later then,
Yeah.
when we go through the fan art.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. All right, so basically that happens, and then Rhys leaves, and Tamlin is like, Feyre and Tamlin are already in love at this point, but they haven't said it.
They
And-
haven't banged.
They haven't banged either. And basically Tamlin's
Yeah, you
like,
can't say it before you bang.
basically Tamlin's like, Tamlin says, you have to leave. You have to go back to the mortal realm. And she's like, what do you mean? I have to go back. And he's like, it's not safe for you here.
And he's like, fuck off, and kicks her out.
Yeah, except they have to have sex first. So then
Yeah,
they have
so he
sex,
bangs
and then
her,
the
and
next
then he
morning
kicks her
he
out.
kicks her out. So
Dude,
typical
what a
man.
Goat. This is legend.
Typical man.
Okay.
Just in case.
I do
One
want
for the road.
And so then she goes back to the human realm, and I'm gonna be so for real with you. When I was rereading this, I skipped that whole thing.
I was so mad when she like.
Even when I was originally reading it,
Bro.
I didn't give a shit.
I didn't give a
Wait, when she went
single
home?
shit.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't give a
I
shit
don't
about
give
the
a
human
shit
realm.
about human realm.
No, that was
Anything
interesting.
else.
I wanted to see what happened like with the family.
Yeah.
Why? I don't give
Oh,
a
yeah.
singular fuck.
100%
We knew
because,
that.
Out of
like,
curiosity.
If he were to go back and their family were still like even worse than what they were, and all that Tamlin was telling her was a lie, then that would have like
Fairies
exposed.
can't lie.
No,
They can.
That's not true.
They can lie.
Remember? Because she was like, fairies can't lie, fairies can't lie. And he's like, nah, we
Oh.
lied to y'all and said that fairies
Yeah.
can't
I'm
lie.
thinking of
Of
Yeah, I'm
you're
thinking
thinking of
of-
Cruel Prince.
current book that we're reading. Sorry.
Yeah, no, they definitely can. So I was thinking, let's see, maybe.
Yeah, Brian's educating right now. He's
I got
spit-
Yeah, speak on it, King.
Yeah. No, I thought that part was cool.
Yeah, I liked it too.
What'd y'all think about Nesta and Elaine?
And the dad.
Well, we already kind of talked about the dad.
I mean, I thought
didn't
that
talk
I
about
I liked the little connection that Feyre and Nesta had again.
Okay.
You know, I thought that was like a little.
What did you think
touching.
about the fact that Nesta didn't get glamored?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Because she was holding the ash, or what was she holding?
It's
Iron.
like iron. Or
Iron
something?
doesn't affect them at all.
No,
That
it was
was-
iron ash.
Yeah,
or
no, she
something.
was holding something, wasn't
No,
she?
the iron. That's what they said. Like they had iron bracelets on, but the iron. That was another lie. Iron doesn't actually. affect
Wait, so
it
how
at
didn't?
all.
Wait, so how didn't she get glamored?
It was just her, like something in her.
I thought something with ash was mentioned.
Yeah, I thought she had something in her pocket.
I think she kept. She
Hold
kept.
on.
She held
Keeps
on
it
to the
on her,
iron.
but-
Yeah, but it doesn't actually do anything.
Huh. Well, I think it was pretty cool that she was somehow still able to keep it from the rest of her family when she got back, which would suck because like I know what happened, but I'm not gonna fuck it up for them because they're clearly brainwashed. So I mean, I guess that was a good move on her part.
Yeah. What did you feel about her going when she was like, "I've got to go back for him"? What did y'all think? Would y'all have done that?
I mean, yeah.
So I'm looking for how she didn't get glamored.
He pulled through with his word. He was straightforward and actually was honest when it came to taking care of her family. So yeah.
Yeah,
You
I'd
think
send it.
you'd go back?
Yeah, I'd send it.
Send it. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so then she gets back to the spring court. The whole house is in shambles. And the only person she can find is Alice, her servant lady. And Alice gives her the whole spiel about how there was actually no treaty in the first place. It was actually a spell that Amarantha put on them. Think Beauty. This book is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, basically. Where
I didn't see that.
yeah.
You didn't see that?
No.
So
It
basically,
makes sense though.
basically there was a spell put on the spring court by Amarantha that they have to wear these masks, and the only way for Tamlin to break this spell, and also their powers are diminished, is if he could get a human girl to fall in love with him and say "I love you" within 49 years. And the time literally the time ran out basically in that last. Tamlin said "I love you," but Feyre didn't say it back because she was leaving and she couldn't bring herself to say it. And so Alice is like, all this happened. They're in this under the mountain, which is basically in the middle of Prithian. It's like a no man's land, sort of. No High Lord owns under the mountain. And she has taken it over, built an under the mountain castle, basically, and is trying to take over. And, like, she rules everything, has everybody's powers diminished. And she's like, okay, if you can't find a human woman to fall in love with you and say I love you, you have to come be with me and be my consort because I like you. And Tamlin's like, you're gross. Yuck. I don't like you.
Is that why she took so long to, like, actually go through with her word, and that's why they had to
Yeah,
kill
they
her?
had 50 years. And then, but then Feyre...
No, like, whenever she did all the trials or whatever that she put her through, she still didn't want to actually, like, grant
Oh, no,
her
that's
the-
because, she was so angry.
She never specified.
And
when
she wanted to
was
just...
gonna-
She didn't expect Feyre to live. She just wanted to, like, play with her, basically.
When y'all read it, did you expect that she wouldn't fulfill the, like, thing
The
immediately?
challenges?
Yeah, well, if she did all of the challenges, that Amarantha wouldn't, like...
Did you?
Yeah,
I knew she
I
wasn't.
knew from the
yeah.
jump when
The one they
she,
specified, like, immediately?
Yeah, when
Okay.
she like went back to her room after she like made the deal herself, and she was like, "Damn, I didn't say immediately if I did all 3 challenges. I wonder if that's gonna bite me in the ass."
I knew.
Oh
it
well,
would.
I'm too fucked Tory about it now.
What did y'all think about the
Alaska
riddle?
bullworm?
Like, we'll go to the challenges in a second.
We'll go to the
But
challenges.
what did y'all get the riddle?
Yeah.
Did you got it
Yeah.
right off the bat?
Yeah.
You knew it was gonna be love.
Yeah.
I don't know right off the bat. I was still kind of thinking about it, but then whenever she said, like, it was lovely, I was like, okay, yeah, it's love.
Once I decided that she was gonna do the challenges, I was like, I don't give a fuck about the riddle. I wasn't even thinking about it. Wasn't even thinking about it.
I think I talked about this in our episode. I first read the riddle and I was like, the answer is fairies.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Let's read the riddle.
Okay.
Okay, do you
Yeah.
have a sticky notice?
Somewhere.
Let's try to
Oh,
break
right
it
there.
down. Break
No.
it down.
That's the poem that he made her.
Going back
Ooh,
to
Daddy
like,
reads.
Yeah, why is him
Okay,
writing her
here's-
dirty poems?
Because it was funny. He's just a boy at the end of the day.
He's just
read
a
the
boy.
first 2 lines and then let's try to pick that apart.
Okay.
There are those who seek me a lifetime, but we never meet, and those I kiss, but who trample beneath. But,
Huh?
Sorry, I glitched. Sorry. There are those who seek me a lifetime, but we never meet, and those I kiss, but who trample beneath. Oh my God, you read it. Fuck me.
This is like when you have to read out loud in class
I
and you
can
just
read
start
out loud with
tweaking.
Carrie. You guys are
Okay.
stressing me out.
Check the
Put in a
camera.
pinch hitter with 2 strikes. All right, let's see if Carrie can pull through here.
There are those who seek me a lifetime, but never we meet, and those I kiss, but who trample me beneath ungrateful feet. You want to break that down, Brian?
Let's see, what page is that?
313. Obviously, the first line, those who seek me a lifetime, but we never meet. People who never fall in love.
Yeah.
No, I get this.
I could definitely see how you were thinking still like a person from that line.
Right, okay,
The
right.
reason why I got this though is from Amarantha's like her story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it makes so much sense.
Yeah, I was like
Yeah.
when I was reading it, I was like, okay, like this riddle, she's given it because like it's got to have something to do like with her.
At times I seem to favor the clever and the fair, but I bless all those who are brave enough to dare.
That's just a love thing.
You can't be
Like,
pussy.
also, I was
Yeah.
thinking...
I can't be pushy.
I was also thinking, like, though, the children of the blessed, like,
Yeah.
how they kept thinking, like, they would get, like, rewarded if they, like, made it over the wall.
I literally wasn't thinking anything. I was like, I'm not worried about the riddle. I'm worried about the
I'm
challenges.
not worried about the riddle. By large, my ministrations are soft-handed and sweet, but scorned I become a difficult beast to defeat.
So yeah, so it's like, oh, I'm soft-handed and sweet. Love is great.
Like
But
Faye.
if you're like love scorned, then it's like really
blows.
difficult.
And then lastly, for though each of my strikes lands a powerful blow, when I kill, I do it slow.
That's just her, right? She's not talking about love at that one.
Yeah, she
Or-
is like
No,
love will,
no,
love
the
will
whole
kill you
the whole
slowly.
thing is
Okay.
the whole thing is love. Well, okay, the thing is
But I was also thinking Amarantha, because all of, like...
Yeah.
the thing is
Faye.
all answers to riddles 99% of the time usually something simple.
You know what? When I had to do a gifted and talented test as a child, I wasn't. But when I had to do one,
I was.
Of course you were. They gave
I
me.
also was GT, but... I
They
don't-
gave me a riddle. Like I remember them being like, "Can you solve these riddles?" And I'm being like, No, dude. What the heck? I'm 7 years old. What does that mean?
7 years old.
And they'd be like, oh, well, you're not gifted or talented. Okay, thanks.
I love that it was gifted and talented. You're not just gifted. It's like you're gifted and you're talented. You are that person.
And those are some of the worst people on the planet.
And you're with one of them.
I
read this
how
book for
3
you.
seconds ago. He was like, I was in GT, and you're like, yeah, they're the worst people on the planet.
Okay, you
And
can't.
so was Maddie. Maddie was in it too.
You were so arrogant. You were so arrogant.
Your best friend was also in that program.
Yeah, you're not in middle school though. Middle school is where it gets bad.
You know, being in GT didn't help your GPA. At least at NISD, it didn't.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It's kind of dumb. It's kind of pointless. It
Yeah.
just makes other students feel bad.
And it's just making classes harder for you for no reason.
Yeah.
No, those classes were easy.
Unless you go to Denton and
You
have
see what I
27
mean?
valedictorians.
Oh, yeah.
Those classes are easy.
No, we didn't have to. It's because in middle school it replaced English, so we didn't have to read. Like English classes in middle school, you'd have to start every day reading. We didn't have to read.
I like reading. This is book club. We
Our
support
teacher taught us how to steal a car legally. I'm not even kidding, joking. That was like on like the syllabus or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, we just did like puzzles
Alright.
and stuff.
What the heck is on my sweatpants? I got it dirty.
How?
Okay.
Sorry, I can't see it.
I don't know. All right. So back to this, what we're talking about. The challenges. Let's go with challenge number 1. The Minigard worm.
The what?
Alaskan bullworm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, I did
That's
say
all that was
Alaskan
going through
bullworm.
my
What
mind.
did
I'm
what,
glad everybody
Yeah.
Let's
pictures
say
the
Alaskan
Alaskan bullworm, because I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's like a general consensus.
Oh, wait. Before we get that, one thought on what did y'all think of her giving the fake name, Claire Better?
That sucks.
Yeah, dude, she did her dirty, bro.
I also wonder if she had given her actual name, if they would have tracked them back to their old house or to the new house.
They would have found him. They would have found him. They
You
would have
think
done
they would've
exactly what they did to Claire's family to Feyre's family.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like in hindsight, good
Sucks.
move, but like
Yeah.
also in
But-
hindsight, damn, that's messed up.
Thoughts on Rhys whenever they were like, is this the girl you saw? And he was like, I don't know. But when Claire got brought in, he was like, yeah, that's the girl I saw. Like, he knew.
Yeah.
Wait,
it wasn't actually Feyre.
did it confirm that he was like adamant that yeah, that's the girl I saw,
Yeah.
or was he just like, yeah, it's her?
He was
He
like
was
that
just
with
like,
Claire.
yeah, it's her. And then when
No, but like I get that he said that, but it's
Yeah.
like when Claire was brought in, was he like, yeah, that's her, or if it was just like a sly, like, yeah,
I
yeah,
think
that's
it
it
her.
was
kind of-
probably just a slide.
Yeah,
because
that's
that's
what-
just like Reese's character.
That, well, that's what I'm
in
saying. Like
general.
that at that point, that's believable. But like also from that point on, I was like, yeah, okay, he's batting for the good team
Yeah.
secretly,
Yeah.
double agent.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you catch on to that?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
Reese was secretly like not a dick.
Yeah.
Well, it's because he could have killed her like a million times.
yeah.
Yeah.
He could kill everybody in that room if he wanted to, probably.
Not with
Yeah, not-
Amarantha
that's true, that's
suppressing
true.
his power.
He is the high fae of the Night Court, or what's
Of the Night Court, yeah.
High
Of
Lord of the Night Court. Okay.
And he's like the bad dude, like he's a dick. He
Yeah,
sent the
everybody
decapitated head to the Spring Court,
Oh,
and that was like his idea of a joke. He was like, dead head.
tough.
Yeah. Okay. The Alaskan bullworm. What did y'all think about that? She had to rub that poop on her, and
Yeah,
she had
poopy
the poopy mud with the bones.
Smart.
And then she
Quick
fucked up
thinking.
her arm.
Yeah, and then she really did a number on her arm.
Quick thinking. She did what needed to be done.
Yeah, and she killed the worm, and then she threw the bone at Amarantha and was like, "F you," and did, what do they call it? A vulgar gesture.
A vulgar gesture. What are y'all picturing?
What, you flipped her off?
Yeah.
Suck it.
She's like, "Oh yeah."
When you did that,
She starts doing Fortnite emotes. Just
you know, in Despicable Me, Vector.
Oh yeah.
Okay, were y'all picturing? Was it like an arena where everybody was looking down?
Yeah,
or
I'm
was
picturing
it
like the
underground?
Coliseum.
yeah, I pictured the call.
But it was like
But it's
underground.
like under the mountain.
Yeah, so it's like the Coliseum and then all the seats, and then it's like in the ground is the dirt maze thing.
Okay.
yeah.
So the roof is off, so like
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
can see like above them.
But they're in a mountain, so it's rock.
Yeah, but like I'm
Yeah, just
saying
really high ceilings.
Yeah,
in the perspective of the audience.
Yeah, I picture they're sitting
Everybody's
really high up.
watching it like almost from like bird's eye view because they're so high up.
Yeah. Whenever I was reading, I pictured it almost like you could only see them if they surfaced, but everything else was underground.
Do these
I
guys
was
got magics,
thinking
but they don't
like
got like a jumbotron?
A jumbotron.
They got magic, bro.
They got cameras throughout the maze.
Yeah.
They
don't need cameras. They have good eyesight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not if you're underground. Like
No,
if
but
they
it
can't
was
see
open. You could see
No,
them.
it- there's lights
I guess I was
there.
just like completely had a different image in my head.
I was thinking like.
Because I had the suspense of like who comes out at the end, like at the top, like if
I was
the worm
thinking
comes
Jumbotron.
out or
Like, you
Feyre
know
comes
the
out.
gladiator fights?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like in the Coliseum.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
literally what
that's
I was
probably more
thinking.
accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
But just like under a mountain, so it's like all dark and
Yeah.
rocky. And...
How was like the terrain like on the field though? Was it just like barren and then like the hole?
No, it was like
No,
a
it was like
muddy,
mud.
dirty maze.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like imagine like a hedge maze,
Yeah.
but out of
But
like
out of mud and,
and
shit.
worm poop.
And then there was like a
Bones.
hole that she had fallen into, right?
And that was
Yeah.
like his den.
Yeah.
That was like a little bit lower than everything.
And that's where she did the all the bones.
I think it's funnier to imagine Magic Jumbotron though. That's what I picture.
That is very Hunger Games.
Yeah, I just picture Magic Jumbotron. It's just
How did we
Good
feel
camera
about
angles.
the fact that Rhys bet on? He was the only Fae that bet on her.
as a gambler myself, dubs.
Probably had the best odds for the biggest payout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Even yeah, hey, look, even if you lose,
Did they ever talk about what their currency was?
like coin, like little gold
Just
coins.
gold?
And shit.
yeah, I wish they hit on how much he won. I want to know what the odds were.
Probably
Yeah.
a shit ton. Probably a shit ton. The odds were pretty low.
Like 1,001.
You'd think though,
I
like
feel
money's
like-
not going to be anything to them because they're already all of them are rich.
Okay.
No, they're not though. Only the high Fae.
Only
it's
the-
like royalty.
Oh,
And then there's
okay,
like
okay,
the
okay.
common people
That
that
makes
have
sense.
regular jobs and like work.
Like they have to. This isn't in this book, but like in the second book, it touches on it. Like they have to pay fucking taxes.
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck? Magic and taxes? That's
Yeah.
stupid.
But they have like shops and there's like
Why the book?
blacksmiths and
No,
and
that's cool.
bakers. And
That's
all that,
fine,
yeah.
but like taxes? Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So how did we feel about? She gets through the first challenge, but she's about to die in her cell, right?
Yep.
And then Rhys shows up, strikes a deal with her that she has to come to the night court once a week, every month for the rest of her life, and he will heal her so that she doesn't die. How did y'all feel about Rhys in that moment?
I think he was doing it knowing he was going to help her out no matter what. I still think that's kind of a douche move. It's like, give me some of your time and I want to control you for a quarter of your life.
Yeah.
I think that was a douche move.
little
Good that he-
manipulative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she wasn't Reese's. She was Tamlin's.
He said was.
My
Okay.
chivalrous
Yeah.
king.
Okay, hey, canon event. Canon event.
Well, I'm just talking about the she was his.
Oh, yes.
Like,
Um,
she's his property.
How did we feel about
No,
the fact
that no, you
how-
know, you're overthinking
It's
that.
just like bro code. You're talking like somebody's
Yeah.
going
But
after
they're not
this girl.
bros. They're not
They're
bros.
not
They're
bros.
like
They're
actually
enemies.
fucking foes.
Oh, okay. Well, then that further solidifies, like, you know, that is a douche move. You know. She,
Yeah.
How
she
did
was
we
with
feel
Tamlin,
about
not
the fact
Rhys.
that Tamlin wasn't saying anything? He wasn't looking at her. He wasn't doing anything.
That's a smart move on his part.
Yeah.
Smart move on his
Yeah.
part.
Less
Okay.
emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So you agree?
No, because if he showed emotions, then like,
It'd be harder for both of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
it would
Yeah.
make it harder for her to brave things. It'd be harder, you know.
Oh,
Amarantha would be able to like.
feeling sorry for Lucian though. He keeps getting the shit.
I
out of
do
his dick.
feel bad for
Yeah,
him.
Lucian keeps getting the absolute
That was
shit
tough.
beat out of him.
I like
Yeah.
that he could still crack jokes throughout it all. Though.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
tough.
Not many people can be beat by their best friend and still crack jokes on their behalf.
He was like the punching bag of the story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he really was. And honestly, I'm going to tell you
Honestly,
right now that
it
doesn't
doesn't
go away. It doesn't
It doesn't
change.
He took it with stride, and I respect that.
How did we feel about? Okay, so she's made this deal, whatever, and now it is the time for the first party. And Rhys has his little servant ladies give her a bath, paints her body. She's basically wearing a freaking loincloth. That's about it. And takes her to this party and makes her drink fairy wine and dance
Makes her
around
dance.
him.
That sounds like jail. A little bit.
No, it is. She
sounds,
gets fairy roofied.
sounds a little
She
bit.
gets fairy roofied.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit like jail time.
And it kept happening, right?
Mhm. Every
Every
night,
night.
because there was only one challenge a month, so it was 29.
No, and
nights.
then at a certain point, she was like, you know what? Maybe I want to be roofied.
Well, yeah, she didn't want to remember.
Like, what the
Yeah,
heck,
because
bro?
she was like, she was down so bad. Imagine like you're trapped, you're in prison, and the only dude that comes to see you is some fucking asshole man who's there, and he's like, I didn't know you were fucking illiterate, dumbass bitch. Let me fix your arm, idiot.
Idiot.
That's some tough luck on that second challenge.
Yeah, on
Do you think,
that second
all right, do y'all
challenge.
think that somebody told Asmarantha or whatever her name is. My bad.
Amarantha.
Amarantha, that she was illiterate? Do you think somebody told her?
No, he didn't know.
So it was just like...
It was just bad luck.
Okay.
And can we talk about Lucian being like, Feyre, please pick a damn lever.
Fucking Lucian's on the ground. He's like, Feyre! Pick a lever! One. Just pick one.
How do we feel about Rhys getting in her head though?
Like burning her like,
Through the bond.
Like when she goes to reach for the second one.
He was helping her.
Yeah.
He was helping her. Yeah.
Clutch.
And then whenever she finishes and he's in her head and he's like, hey, don't fucking cry, little bitch.
Yeah.
Get up.
That pretty much solidified that he wanted her to live. Because
Yeah.
she was going to go for number 2.
Yeah.
And she was going to die.
Because it was like 2 people, me and Tamlin.
Her reasoning. Were you
Cheesy
guys
shit.
okay?
It's the reasoning.
I
a
love
literate
that
person
she had I love that she had reasoning for the first 2, and then like she just ignored 3. She was just like, I don't care about the right
she
one.
said it's too many. We have 3. I
That-
have 3 sisters, and that's too bad. That's bad. That's
That
not
is girlfriend logic.
had. 3
girl
sisters,
math.
trauma. Fuck that.
And Rhys is like, no.
Or just goes, yeah, that's what an illiterate person would say.
And so
That's their
then,
reasoning.
so then after the second challenge, right, she is in her cell and she's like given up on life, basically. She's given up. She doesn't think she's going to do the third challenge. She thinks she's going to die. This is all going to be for nothing. And then she
starts
has
hallucinating.
And has this moment where she's like, I hear music.
I see the sky.
Yeah, what are we feeling about that? What are you feeling about that?
I was lost as fuck in that.
Literally, he asked me.
I'm like, wait a second.
I was too. I was like, I don't want to read this part. This part doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, it was pointless.
Well, okay.
We were
What
listening
I
to the audiobook, and he goes, "What is happening?"
what made me lost is like she was like drunk on the music, but then they were like some of the descriptive words were the same descriptive words they use for the spicy scenes, and I was like, wait, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
It's like the music was stirring me. I was like, what is it doing?
Yeah.
No, it was just making her,
Stirring.
sure.
Made her burn.
But it made her have some type of will to live.
Yeah.
Because she saw some image of like a beautiful place. Like
of
world
something
could be
else.
good. Something could be
I
good.
can see that.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it.
And
Yeah.
but it just, she didn't know where it came from. It just like showed up and then she's like, all right, I'm going to try and do this. And then she goes to the last party and she gets a moment alone with Tamlin. And the only...
That scene was crazy, dude.
He gets one moment with her.
Don't say anything.
I won't.
That scene was crazy. They be doing that in public, bro?
No, they were
on
in
the
like
balcony
no,
or
they
whatever?
were in like a room. They were in like a think supply closet.
Yeah, the imaginary supply closet.
Yeah.
What?
They brought that up at one point in the book, no? He put a table between both of them.
Oh yeah, and then he snapped and then the table
like,
went.
It was like, think of like an imaginary supply closet.
Okay, not that, but like
Yeah.
Like
imagine
a
they
room
were-
off of.
They were off the
Yeah,
ballroom, yeah. And they
So
start
what are
going
we- what
at
are our
it. What are we
thoughts on
thinking
that?
about that?
Just like
Whenever
Spicy.
Tamlin was going at it, or when Rhys was going at it.
Tamlin.
No, Tamlin.
She kind of got the end of both sticks there.
Right.
And so then Rhys shows up again and he's like, you little bitch, put your belt back on. And he fucking listens and he's like, oh man. And he puts his belt back.
Do you think when Tamlin walked out and walked back in, he knew he was going to catch both of them making out?
I don't know, because he walked back in with Amarantha.
So what's
I think he knew that they were going to be making out. I think he knew, and that's why he brought Amarantha, because he had been seeing the paint on her, how like it was smeared at the hips and like.
No, the only reason Rhys did that was because Amarantha walked back in with Tamlin, and if Amarantha had seen all of her paint smeared, and it wasn't Rhys,
smeared at that point.
it was like her top was
her-
off. She's
her
naked.
her boobies were out, and he had like groped her.
Wait, so for the paint to have come off, Rhys had to go make out with her and like.
So
Okay.
No,
so-
it had to look like Rhys had just
because
made
then,
out with her.
then
And,
Amarantha
yeah.
would know it had been
Otherwise,
Tamlin,
yeah.
and they all would have gotten fucked.
So how was there not paint all over Tamlin?
He had it.
Magic
he,
disappears.
Like,
Removed
yeah,
it.
Rhys removed it. He like just snapped his fingers and he
Yeah.
got
Like
it.
Tamlin can't make it go
Because
away.
I'm
but
telling you,
Rhys
that
can.
invisible ink is some shit.
Because that's Rhys's power is he can like make that shit go away.
Okay.
Dude,
That
I
was
think
the
it's
whole
crazy.
reason that he did that to her was because he was like, now I'll see if anybody touches you.
Yeah.
So you're thinking like, oh, that's weird, but to me, because like he saw how those two
Other men
fairies
were-
at Calamar
yeah.
were treating her, it was kind of almost like a
Protective.
Yeah.
thing to make sure that she didn't get, she was already drunk and very rude.
That nobody else
to
went into
making
her
sure-
fucking
Okay.
cell.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
But yeah, the only reason he kissed her was because he needed Amarantha to think that he was
all
the
those
one.
markings
Yeah,
were
and
gone.
that her like love for Tamlin was like faltering or
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
then she was like, "Oh, can't you see this human filth, Tamlin? She doesn't love you. She's with that guy."
I do want to say it is crazy how they built up Tamlin to be like this strong dude and then demasculated him in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They said he's so strong, he kills things. But the other dude walks in, put on your pants, dude, get out of my face.
Okay.
And he's just like, all right, bud, I'm going to do that. And then just listens.
I mean, like, physically, he is strong. He is a really
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah,
But
and-
mentally.
Mentally, it's
Yeah.
He's
like
just in a
like
shitty
faltering.
position,
Yeah,
getting controlled by everybody.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, he went from the I am this, this dude to, all right,
I'll put my pants
gonna,
on. I'm sorry.
I'm going to listen to the
He went
bad
from having a
boy.
leash to having the collar on.
Yeah, and Rhys is holding everybody's leash. Bark,
Bark
bark.
him like a dog, bitch. Bark him like a dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, anyways. So, third task, she has to kill innocent fairies. And it's pretty fucked of Amarantha to be like, by the way, they're innocent in case you wanted to know.
Yeah, that's
Not
pretty
that it
dark.
matters.
That's a little dark.
Yeah, and she had to kill him. And then what did y'all think about the fact she had to stab Tamlin in the heart? Did y'all see that coming? Did you
Yeah.
pick up on that stone heart stuff?
Yeah.
No.
You did?
Yeah.
You
I don't
picked
believe
up
you.
on
I did.
that?
I swear. I did.
That's a
No,
lie.
I did.
Because
I
I
did.
had already pictured, since they said they are, like, was it, what's the one that can shapeshift or whatever?
Tamlin?
All of them can.
No, I'm saying the
okay, okay, but-
Because he was standing next to.
Oh, the-
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
the adder, the
I
adder.
I didn't expect that part. I didn't expect
okay.
he was standing there. But when the task was, hey, stab Tamlin specifically, I was like, he's gonna make it through. Like, and then yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But did
Yeah,
you
yeah,
see
yeah.
the part that the reason she could stab him was because the entire book she was eavesdropping, but they wanted her to hear because they couldn't tell her
The
directly.
Stone thing.
Yeah.
They couldn't tell her
I missed
directly what
that
was happening.
completely.
No,
We didn't know it either
I
until
picked up
we
on
got
that.
to that part.
I
and we
picked
were
up on
like,
that because they mentioned it like a few
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, they did mention
Yeah.
it 2 or 3 times.
And
I didn't
so-
pick up on it.
I
Then-
picked up on anything that they mentioned multiple times that was like very specific and not like not like generally descriptive. Like
Yeah.
obviously I'm not gonna pick up on the bowels being watery, like
The diarrhea.
yeah, I'm like that's not adding something to the story. That's just being weird. But like the really specific stuff like that, where it's like
Yeah.
you don't have to say that. I was like, okay.
Yeah, and so she does that, but then Amarantha rocks her shit, and she gets the riddle, and all the spell is broken. But as that's happened, she snaps Feyre's neck. Feyre's dead. All right, but she's feeling this. She can see herself through the bond with Rhys, so she's seeing herself through Rhys's eyeballs and watching this
Also-
whole scene go down.
What are we thinking about just Amarantha absolutely rocking Feyre's shit? If you're watching your
Beloved,
beloved get
rocked.
milli rocked, thrown up and down, hitting the fucking concrete mountain floor.
In his defense, he had just been stabbed and he didn't have his full power, so it wasn't fully healing. He's stabbed with an ash dagger.
Right. But
So he's
what
still
are
like
we-
bleeding
what
out
are
a
we
little.
thinking, like, who responded correctly? Do you think he responded correctly?
No,
Do
I
you
don't think it's a responded correctly thing because it's like he couldn't.
What do you mean he couldn't?
He was injured.
Were
But
you
Rhys did.
expecting? Were you expecting Rhys to come to?
Reese
Feyre's-
wasn't injured.
But were you
Reese got
expecting
injured
him?
going. Yeah, I was.
You were expecting him to come to her, like, to.
Come to
Yeah.
her aid?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
helping her all
I
this
think-
time.
I
yeah.
think I would've
yeah,
seen that
Yeah, he's
coming.
helping her all of this time. Why would he not?
Yeah. No,
Like he's
I
gonna help
agree.
her
I agree
all
with
this
that.
whole time and then just be like, tough.
I agree with that.
Why do you think he's helping her?
Is she bad? Me?
I don't know. I don't know how I really felt about that last part. I was just kind of like, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. Okay, and so then, basically, she's dead,
simping.
right? And Tamlin's holding her. He has already killed Amarantha. She gets her shit rocked real quick when that spell's broken. And then all the High Lords come, and they give her a little bit of pixie dust.
That reminded me of Pokemon. You know
Yeah,
what,
you
exactly
said
what
that
I'm talking
before. You
about.
said that
There's a
before.
scene in Pokemon where like Ash gets turned to stone and then a bunch of Pokemon cry and then like
Their tears.
their tears literally like sparkle and like go towards him and then make him come alive. And I was like, this is exactly what's happening. He literally floats up in the air.
Yeah, so that basically
They're
that's what
contangled.
happens. Yeah, they're contangled. Basically that's what happens. She gets a little bit of each High Lord. Like they each come and they're like sprinkle, sprinkle, and she comes alive again. But as a High Fae now, she's now immortal. And
I do think it's weird. Like that, I feel like they just threw that in there. They were just like, yeah, you're gonna not be a human anymore.
It'll work.
Well, because she
Right,
probably
right.
opens
No,
it.
I know that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Canon event. Okay, whatever. You're right. It doesn't mean anything. Because just randomly is thrown in there. Anyways.
No.
now
I'm not saying like it has no purpose. I'm saying that like there was no lead up to like them being able to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways.
Actually, good that you picked up on that because I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah, same.
I just was like, oh, that's so nice. They're all helping her.
And so then
They're all good men. 7 good men in a room, babe. That's 8 good men in a room. No. Be
And
so
so-
serious.
So then
There's only
she
2 of us in here.
so then she's a high fae now, right? And they're like everybody's basically leaving under the mountain. They've been trapped there, and she's about to go back home with Tamlin. And then she's on like a balcony with Rhys, and they're outside, and he's looking outside because he hasn't been outside in 50 years during the daytime. And he's talking, and she's like, well, I guess I'll see you in the night court once a week, every single month. And he's like, yeah, I freaking guess so. And she says, thank you for saving my life and for trying to help me. And she was like, why did you do that? And he said, because I didn't want you to die alone, which is what exactly she said about that fairy who got his wings ripped off.
Yes.
She didn't want him to be alone.
And so that was very sweet and cute and nice. And then he like stutters, fumbles,
And
and
then
then
disappears.
vanishes. And she goes home with Tamlin, and she's like, I can't believe I killed people, but I love Tamlin, but I can't believe I killed people.
And then they bone.
Not yet, no.
Oh, yeah, they probably did.
Then that's ACOTAR.
Yeah,
So-
Avatar.
What'd y'all think? What would you rate it out of 5 stars?
A 5.
5?
Real, you don't have
What's the
Okay,
criteria?
Dylan, you whisper to Carrie what you would rate it. Brian whispers
I'll
to
write
me,
it.
so that way when they say it out loud.
Is there criteria?
No.
No, just
Like,
just
whatever, like,
vibes,
truly,
just
like, what you feel
whatever
about
you
it.
felt about it.
I'll give it.
Okay.
Okay, now you can both say it.
I said 3.5.
4.1. I think the writing was
Okay.
good.
Close.
It was a little predictable for me.
Okay.
Yeah, you said you really liked the writing.
It was good. Yeah, it was. I think reading this book made me realize that I like first person
Point of view.
point of view a lot more. It's easier to read. You can kind of like just step in their shoes
Yeah.
Yeah.
instead of just having all these different perspectives where you're just bouncing around.
Y'all
Yeah,
would
for sure.
probably like a dual POV.
Where each
Where-
chapter kind of bounces back and forth between like the
No,
male
I
lead
read.
and
No,
the
I
female.
read books like that that give me a headache.
Yeah, what the Fault in Our Stars I think was like that. I tried reading that, got through like 2 chapters,
is,
I
I
was like,
think it
fuck
is.
that.
Yeah.
I think it is.
No, I read books that are like multi.
Maybe not.
Dude.
I think it was like
No, there's books.
sixth grade.
There were books I read in 6th grade, dude. I swear to God, it was like 3 or 4 point of view kept changing, and I was like, I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Would you say this episode does well? Would you read the next one?
Yeah, probably.
Did this end with you? I mean, we already I guess talked about this before the episode started. Did it end with you wanting to read the next one?
I want to find out now because like it's like Hunger Games. You can watch the first one and be satisfied, but like if they're gonna tell you there's more to that world that you can understand more, you might as well try
Yeah,
to look
that's
more
fair.
into it.
All right, so now we have a couple questions.
Okay.
So, where are your notes? Oh, all right. First question: which trial/challenge do you think is the hardest
Out of the 3.
out of the
Feyre
3
had
that
to
she
do.
had to do?
Probably the reading one because she
No.
can't read.
If it was you, if it was you,
If it was you, like,
which one do you think that you would struggle with the most?
yeah.
Probably the worm one, bro. I hate dirt and poop.
Nah, definitely killing people. I'd fuck that worm up and then use him for bait. That bitch should be at the
Nah,
end.
I can do the other 2.
You could
Definitely
kill
killing
people.
If it was for you, yeah, I could do it.
Aww.
I think killing people would be.
Would you kill somebody for me? Then?
Yeah, I would definitely, but that would still suck.
For
having
no
innocent people, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
for no reason, then no, I wouldn't be able to do it. But if I had enough like reason, and also yeah, I'd be able to do it.
But like the hardest one for you, it would be the worm.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Physically, I think I said this when we talked about it in our first episode. I think physically, the worm. Is
My
obviously
mind is
fucking
stronger
hard.
than my body.
Mentally, I think having to like kill innocent people. Not only that, like
I'm not saying I would like it, by the
No,
way, just
for
in case
sure. But
that comes
also,
off weird.
I think
I'm not saying it's gonna be a cakewalk, but
it was evil the way it would be much easier if the bag stayed on their head.
That's fair.
But
That's
the
fair.
fact that she took it off and like she had to look
Oh,
into these
and
people's
the fact that
eyes.
Yeah.
that second girl, she
Was
was
saying the prayer.
The prayer that that
Yeah.
they said
Yeah.
that Tamlin said to the fairy who had his wings ripped
Yeah,
off.
see, I'm treating the question as which one would I probably lose at, and which ones I would accomplish. I would be able to accomplish the other two. I would lose the first one.
I also think I would lose the first one, and I think I said that when we first did this in the first episode.
How about
Okay.
you?
What I said in the first episode is that I would unalive myself before I even got to
See,
it.
I said this at the beginning of the episode.
You did say
It's your
this at the
go-to.
beginning.
I mean, shocker.
I mean, if you were being held hostage by some redheaded whore, then like
Okay, actually, before we get to this last question, I'm going to show y'all the fan art. We have a Pinterest board that we started many moons ago.
many moons ago.
That I just
If
like to
Feyre
look
is
at.
not bad, I'm gonna be pissed.
Nah, she's bad.
Feyre's bad.
She's bad.
I don't know if I can look at cartoons. Are they cartoon or like?
No, they're like
It's like AI. It's like AI.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
No,
this
the cartoon shit's weird. I
Yeah.
can't do the cartoon shit either.
this is Feyre.
It's like
Okay.
Hey, wait! That kind of gives off Alexandria Daddario vibes. Hold
Okay,
on.
look her
Yeah,
up because I don't know who
Google
you're
it.
talking about.
Alexandria Daddario. Dog.
Whoa, actually, maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
Boom.
she looks kind of scary.
That's
Close.
me.
No,
That's
that's
pretty
fucking
close.
Yeah.
That's pretty close. I had it.
she's
dude.
got those blue eyes where she looks like
That is pretty
Yeah,
close.
it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, dude, I had it.
that actually is pretty close.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's too old now to play Feyre.
Daddario's 38.
Oh yeah.
Is that
way
the only
too
one you
old.
have, or do you have other ones?
There's
Yeah,
more.
dude, bro.
Here's a.
Yeah, she looks like
was
she'd be
lame.
from a character from that.
Yeah,
book.
from that photo that they had, dude, that's pretty on it.
Yeah.
Like with the dresser with a carry look.
Yeah,
What?
she looks kind of scary there to me. A little.
Feyre looks a little scary.
Where is it? I feel like
I thought there
it's
were
at the bottom. We have a lot of.
Who are we showing?
Oh, that's
Here's
Elaine.
like a no, it's right here.
Oh,
Here's like that's like this is a cartoon one, but like Rhys, Feyre, Tamlin, Nesta.
This one Nesta looks like Feyre on the other one.
Well, they're sisters.
Yeah, but the
Nesta has sharper features, like higher cheekbones.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
What are the okay?
Alright,
What?
I
Hold on, let me.
accidentally
I just showed
got
it to
lost.
Dylan.
You gotta scroll all the way down.
I want to see the creatures.
So
No, it's yeah, that's what I kept doing.
What are y'all struggling with?
okay, so that was Feyre, right? Okay, whatever.
Okay, just pick a person to show us, and then we'll
Okay,
react to
and
the.
then
It's all the way down.
okay, well we need Tamlin, but these aren't. I don't like these for Tamlin.
This is brutal.
It's
I don't
fine.
actually know that
this is a Fire Knight Tamlin. Fire Knight Tamlin with the mask.
Looks like Jason Momoa, but white and blonde hair.
So
Yeah.
not
Jason
Jason Momoa.
I mean, he's built like
okay.
him.
I gotta find the good Rhys one. I gotta find the good Rhys. Oh,
Shit.
that's Rhys. That's Rhys.
He looks like a TikToker.
Okay.
He does kind of look like Carrington from TikTok.
This is another Rhys. Another Rhys.
This is giving like Twilight characters.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, and so then
It really is.
Yeah.
I had an Amarantha up here. Oh fuck! Hate this.
Jesus. I hope Amarantha's bad.
It
makes it better.
That was
Was that it? No. Oh, this. Okay, yeah. This is Amarantha.
Passable.
Yeah, like she's not
She's like
ugly.
she could be prettier, but she's
Yeah.
not like she's not like
She's not supposed to be drop dead gorgeous.
yeah, she's not supposed to be like the most stunning girl you've
Yeah.
ever seen.
I mean, I wouldn't say like Feyre is like two,
This is
3 times
Lu-
better
this is
looking than her.
Lucian.
All right.
I don't like that one of
Okay.
Lucian.
I like it.
like
He doesn't look snarky enough with the long hair.
Now he does have long hair.
I don't
I can't wait for y'all to meet Helion.
Oh, I know.
You're gonna have to put these pictures up on the screen.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, we will. What the fuck? Let's search it. There's one that I saw, and I really, really liked it.
I picture Ron
Hey, don't.
Weasley.
Definitely not Ron Weasley. Look, okay, now
Ron
we okay, now we need to
Weasley.
show him the Surreal and
Yeah.
the Adder.
That's what I'm excited for. The cereal.
Okay, first the adder. So second away your
The like bat
Okay.
crazy
Where?
creepy thing.
That's like a gargoyle.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But like massive, like he's huge.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Big
then
dude. All right.
the surreal. This is like the most common one that I see.
A Death Eater, bro?
Basically,
Kinda,
yeah,
yeah.
kind of like a Death Eater.
Oh,
Yeah.
What were you imagining?
more of creature, not human.
Yeah, I pictured, in Avatar: The Last Airbender, that monster that answers questions.
The face dude.
Yeah, I pictured something like that.
Yeah, well, it's because they say that he wears like a ragged robe, which is why if she would have offered him a robe, he would have come running, all right?
He would have been like, bet.
And then let me see, I've never actually tried to look up the Naga. And see
I
what
pictured
they
little
look-
mini goblins.
Ooh, this is what I was picturing, almost like the Grudge.
They're tiny.
Oh, yeah, we did look that up when we were.
So that's closer to what I was thinking whenever I was picturing the cereal.
Kind
Some
of like that,
creature
but imagine
crawling
like
thing.
he like floats though, like he flies.
Okay.
And then, yeah, so those are all the characters. Okay, last question, and then we're going to wrap it up. Why do you think this book specifically and like this series is so popular amongst women?
It stirs them.
It puts heat in their core.
Yeah.
The kinky growls.
Yeah.
Got to do something with okay.
The eyes are
definitely,
darkening.
I think when girls find this whole like romance side of reading where they can read smut and not call it porn and be like, okay, that's kind of hot. Seems like a lot of girls are into that.
But there's so much more to this
Well,
book.
no, okay,
I'm
no.
not saying there's not.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying
The
there's that, but
storyline's good, but like the spicy scenes are like a little bit of seasoning on
That's
top.
like what keeps you coming back a little bit, no?
Right,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
see the
Okay.
difference between like watching a Pornhub video versus reading a book.
Well, I'm not answering
Yeah,
that.
there's a I don't know. I was gonna say there's a storyline with the book, but there's plenty of storylines.
No, okay, be so for real though. Like
Be
genuinely,
serious.
like these books are like romantasy and like romance books
This
and
is
fantasy
like this kind of opened a whole other world for
for women.
Okay, put it this way.
Yeah, but I'm sure
men
there's been
and
plenty-
women both want things they can't have.
But like, can you see that this book was written in like the female gaze, and it's not just like, oh, he had a huge cock.
So
Yeah,
y'all want
no,
like
100%.
y'all
And it
want
was-
growling
yeah.
and stirring.
Yeah. I can
No,
see
it
that.
was that he loved her and he
It's-
cared for her. And
But
he
there's a
wa-
lot more of like teasing than there is actual like descriptive like.
Yeah.
words.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes,
that makes sense.
exactly. That's why like guys are. That's I think like the good pinnacle of the difference between like porn versus like.
Oh, that's just something I want to say. I can't say it.
I mean, this took me like 8 hours to read compared to a 2-minute video. So
Well, yeah.
2 minutes.
Hey, okay, but we're not getting off to these books.
Yeah, we're not getting off to it, right?
Oh,
first of
no.
all. Second of all,
I mean, there's a
like,
reason a lot of people do read them and do enjoy them.
And
I
with-
feel like these
I
books...
feel like also with women in general, when you're about to have sexy time, it takes a lot of more lead up for women than it does men.
But
Men
also
can
at the
get-
same time, just these
Efficiency.
books in general, it opens up a... I don't know. I feel like it has given so many women, like... some form of like empowerment where they're like,
Yeah.
okay, fuck you. I like these books and I'm gonna read them and they make me happy, and men just get mad about it.
No, there's no reason to be mad.
No,
about
yeah, there's
that.
no reason to be mad.
It's a form of entertainment.
Yeah,
I'm all for
that's
it.
why I like watching basketball.
Yeah, everybody got their own thing.
I get excited watching basketball. I'm like, yeah,
But
go!
like, can you
know?
see the difference between the male gaze and the female gaze in this book?
I can definitely see it.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
I don't
for sure.
read that many books.
But
and
like
I'm
you could
definitely
under,
not
but it's
smart.
always okay. But it's always hard to explain when somebody's like, "What's the female gaze?" Like it's hard to explain. But like if you read this book, you understand why women like this and
There's
why men are
also-
like, huh, "Why do you say that?"
There's also a huge difference. I know none of us have read it, but I just know about like the Game of Thrones books. That's a fantasy world, but it was written by a man, and there's a huge
For men.
difference. Right.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference because there are grown ass men in that book fucking children. Teenagers.
I've never seen it read.
Yeah, me
and
neither.
this is about like that's just about like this is about one
Yeah,
couple.
Yeah.
yeah.
With
And it
the
doesn't,
fantasy
and it doesn't
over-
get that big in depth. It's more like teasing. Which,
But like
I
even
can
though
definitely
it's
see that.
like it's
Yeah.
a love story, but there's also like so much more that's happening here, and Feyre has so much character development,
Yeah.
and overall, probably the best book series on the planet Earth. So
Yeah.
The storyline was good.
good.
And if this video does well, We will all
Yeah.
reread.
So
We will reread, and you guys will read
ACOMAF.
A Court of Mist and Fury.
So
Does that get spicier?
Oh yeah. Oh
Brian shook his head no.
I'll read it.
no, it gets so good.
Yeah.
It's the best book I've ever
That
read
one
in my
does get a
life.
little bit
That
more
this
like-
one has a slow. This kind of there's like a about 150 pages in. This book kind of gets slow. ACOMAF never slows down.
I do have a question for Brian though. How did you feel reading all the spicy scenes?
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, me too.
Well, okay.
I was
Some of
laughing.
them
I was
were-
cracking up.
Some of them were on audiobook out loud. So, like, I'd be sitting there and I'm like, Jesus Christ. And like Kendall walked into one of them. I'm like, all right, come on now. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I was reading
Did
it
it
and
make
like
you feel butterflies?
No.
it.
none of
Yeah.
You never got butterflies?
No, there was no stirring in my core.
No, not even just the sexy
No
scenes,
burning.
but like when they're just
The
like,
tension
the
or
tension, y'all
anything?
never.
You weren't like
No.
No.
kicking your feet and giggling.
We'll have to reevaluate that on after ACOMAF.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna have to. We'll check back in after ACOMAF. Make sure you follow
Words.
us on
I
every-
mean, words don't really get me going, so you know.
See, I think that has a lot to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, what men want women to shut up and sit down. So,
Sit down. No, never mind.
okay,
the
follow
heck?
us on everything. If you like this episode, please comment, like, share it, watch it a million times. Thank you. Please, we love you.
Yeah, follow us and
Follow us on Spotify, GoodReads, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And
that's all.
Stick around
And
till
come back
next week.
next week.
Love you. Thanks for coming to book club.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Say bye.
Bye.